Welcome back to all-time favorite gamer, and I'm going to tell you today that farm laws will also affect common people. So, the Farm Bill 2020, which states that first point, that is farmer produce trade and commerce, that Act 2020 about production and facilitation, Farmers Empowerment and Protection Agreement on Price Assurance and Farm Services Act 2020, and Essential Commodities Amendment Act 2020. So here I'm I'm going to tell that how will it affect common people. Let us see with an example. So, first of all, I want to tell you that vegetables and fruits are taken by private companies. Means it is not taken by the government. So, everybody knows that in 2020 in lockdown, the prices of onions were 100 rupees and no 100 rupees of 1 kg of 1 kilogram. So, the poor cannot afford that 1 kilogram of 100 rupees. It was so, and agitation was also happened for that, but there was no answer to that agitation. It was just ignored. So, as I've told before, that vegetables and fruits are taken by private companies. Now you can imagine yourself that if this private sector will also come in wheat and rice. So, if you can set the margin that 1 kilo of wheat would be about 70 to 80 rupees. As you know, private from its name from its name means that private means for their own profit. I want to repeat that, for their own profit. They don't see any other people profit. And public is totally different. That means people's profit. So here in this 2020 farm bill, they have not set the guarantee of MSP. MSP is minimum sale price. So here we have another example, like government difference between government hospital and private hospitals, and then we have government schools and private schools. You can imagine most of the people will likely go to the private hospitals and schools, and you know what the problem is. And here I have another example of a internet, that is one is government BSNL and another is private Geo. So here you can just, as everybody know, it was from starting it was about 100 or some period of time it was free, and now it is more than 500 or to 500 rupees. And here I also want to tell you that you cannot also switch on to another network, because of these free chances, that if in any company or any field of production you get loss, you are not going to invest in it. So the another companies doesn't invest that much than Geo. So so here here I want to relate that those example with government mandis and private mandis. So here the main difference is government mandis include tax and private mandis doesn't include tax. So you can imagine now what to going to happen. And now I'm going to explain you with an example. Suppose you're getting a packet of chips, and that chips in one one shop that is of 20 rupees, which include tax. Another shop it doesn't include tax and you are getting 15 rupees. Obviously you will go to private mandis, and all the people will go to private mandis to buy the wheat. As per this law, they say the government mandis will exist, but they will no longer exist. Like I've told you before about BSNL. Example between BSNL and Jio. So, here I want to tell you that when private companies like Jio did same here, private companies will give farmers for some years, for some particular period of time, like in high amount. They will give in high amount. So it's obvious that private companies, like I've told you, private in the name tells that is only for their own profit. They don't see others' profit. So after some period of time, they are going to get their own profit. So now, so as I've told you, they will see their own profit. So in this law, there is one more thing that they can show unlimited storage of to store food or crop. They can store unlimited. And here, when the private companies will sell food at high prices because they need their own profit and take food from farmers at low prices. So let's see this one. Here, here you can see that two peoples in this in debt. So here, first is customer who would be in debt, and second is producer. Producer here is farmer, and customer who takes food from shop or any other place. So people who will send food to the shops or any place, buy it from producer and sell it to customers, would be a middleman. That is a private companies. Like I've told the example of onions. The onions when were sold 100 rupees kilo to the customer, it was one in average amount. I'm telling you that it was selling at rupees 1 kilo, only rupees 1 kilo to the farmer. So you can just see the 99 rupees was taken into the pocket of the middleman, or you can say to the private companies. So here, so here where the so here customers would also be dead because there would be high rise in prices, and producer would be also be in debt because he's not getting price of his crop. And here what we have to see point that difference between rich and poor would be widened. So now you have the question how they would be in debt. So farmer would be forced to sell their lands because of debt. So now you're saying how they will force to sell their lands because of debt. So I'm going to tell you that when in field they need use of diesel and petrols in tractors, transportation of crops, then harvesting of crops, use of fertilizer, pesticide, insecticides in the crops to make it better, to make the quality better. So then for using modern method of farming they need more water to put on crop, which increase the use of electricity and use of more money of the farmer, and etc. So there are many more things which farmer does in the field. And when the private companies will not give their amount, there are many lists. So this is a small overall view I'm telling you about this, how they would be in debt. So when they would be debt, so they have to sell their lands because they have to fulfill their debt. So there would be no land with them, there would be nothing they have to do, and then they will be in labor. So you can say when there would be no farmer, then how you are getting the food. So, so here's what I want to tell in this video, that customers would also be, and that they are also in the problem. Thank you for watching.